Hello and welcome to my allotment journey. My name is Sarah and I'm so pleased that you clicked on this link to have a little bit of nosy about what I get up to at the allotment. I've had my allotment for 2 years, but I never documented it apart from pictures. I took hundreds and hundreds of pictures, but I never videoed it. But I'm 2 years in now and I want to show you my allotment because I'm going to make some big changes and you are going to help me. You're going to advise me because I'm a novice at best, to be honest. But yes, please join me at the allotment. I finished work about 2 hours ago, right, so it's about 5:30 now. And I thought, oh, you know what, I'm so tired. Shall I not bother going today? Shall I go tomorrow? And I thought, no, I can't go till next week now. I'll leave it till next week. And then the weather report said, this is going to be the last full nice day. We've had a week, so for us, you know, that's a lot for us. So anyway, I thought, oh no, I'm not staying in. So I jumped up and came straight down here because there's a job that I can do. Surely there's at least 1 or 2 jobs I can do before the rain comes again next week. I'm not saying it's going to be cold next week, but the glorious sunshine that we've got today and we've had for the past 7 days is finishing. Our heat wave is over. Not to worry, I'm sure it will come back. I'm sure it's just a little blip, a little bit of rain in between the sunshine. Right, what I'm thinking of doing is, because usually, I mean, you've only seen me brew up, but usually I cook here. Okay, see, that used to be my seating area up there. And I've said, you know, this is my seating, this is where I sit. But since I've done all the changes, my seating area's changed and I don't want to cook. I used to cook there, relax there, and, you know, just come and sit down the odd time here. But I've moved that chair to there, so if I want to sit down, I can look in that direction, which is still equally as nice if you know, the morning sun gets me there. Right, so the morning sun would get me there. But if I want to sit in the evening sun or the afternoon, this is a great spot to sit here. So I think I want my cooking station here. So that there, but really that's not big enough. It's okay for my kettle and my cup, but it's not. I've got a cooker as well, so I don't just cook on the kettle based thing. I cook on a camping cooker. So I need to make it bigger. I'm going to use it because it's sturdy enough, but I'm going to extend it in either direction. And I'm going to put it there. Right, so the first thing you want to do is I just want to put a piece of wood across there because I'll wood chip here and build on when I've put the wood chip on. So first things first, cut a piece of wood to go across there, just so that I can put the wood chip, which I got this afternoon. Me and the little girl I was looking after went down to the bottom. She rode in the cart and I pulled her along until we got to the hill, and then I said, oh, jump out, have a look at the lavender. It was a trick. Have a look at the lavender because I'm going to pull this up. So anyway, I managed to get away without pulling her up the hill with the bark as well. So yeah, I've got the bark already, one lot. We might go and get some more as well. But yeah, let's cut that piece of wood and stick it there. I have already marked my piece of wood in true Blue Peter fashion, as we would say in England. There you go, piece of wood. Let's go and fit it. Okay, to make it a little bit easier to connect it to the planter, the side of the bed down there, I'm just going to screw this on, so that if I screw this onto here, I can screw into the side of the planter just to keep it secure. And then just to make things a little bit easier, I'll put the holes in now. So these holes will be the ones for the screws for me to screw it into the bed. Okay, so the plan is I'm going to screw it onto here, like so, next to my sort of wood pile. This wood here, when it comes to winter, and to put the weed membrane down, I usually run out of pegs, so I end up putting this on the corners and on the middle of the weed membrane. So that is an important part, having the little log store there, and then there's a big bucket of sand that I dug out. That comes in handy every now and again. But yeah, just showing you what I'm putting it next to. So yeah, the plan is to put that there, so the bark can go up to that. Well, we all know where we stand, don't we? Right, let's stick that screw in there. I think the best thing to do is to just empty it directly from the trolley. Like so. That a little bit of a... I think I'm going to put some flags down there actually as well, so I'll do it a bit thinner. Thinner, maybe, not quite so thick. I've got 3 slabs here, so let's see how we go with 3 along there, and then maybe 1 or 2 down here. We'll see how it goes. Plus also the table, it's got really splayed legs. Those legs will not go on those slabs. They'll probably go on the bark anyway, so slabs are just for decoration, I suppose. I will put another one for where I'm going to stand. Okay, so that 3rd one we can put you know, there. Let's move the bark a little bit. Let's do it kneeling down, because I always get told off for bending over like that. I should know better. Okay, so a spot to stand. Right, what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to put the bark in between so that it gets more level with the slabs. Try not to strangle myself on the bunting. Death by bunting. Right, we need to see how that table is going to sit on there now. I want to do it so that it's sort of in the middle and it overlaps either side. So I can overlap longer pieces of wood that hang over the side of the table, okay? Just to extend it a little bit further. Let's just take off all this excess weight. I've got this Mudlarkin. It's a lovely old tile, old floor tile there. Great for putting my drink onto. This is one I found, a big round slate. Put the kettle on that. So I found both those Mudlarkin. That's Manchester Mudlarks, if you want to watch that channel. And before I realised I had that big round slate one, or remembered I should say, I bought one of these. It cost me about £5. So I wish I hadn't now, because then as soon as I got home I remembered I had that circular slate thing that I'd found at an old Victorian dump. Never mind, you win some, you lose some. Let's just remove these so that I can move the table. Okay, it misses every slab. We knew that would happen anyway. Doesn't matter, it didn't need to go on the slabs. The slabs are just for decoration, but can't get it further than that. Right, I'm going to have a look at the decking board, because I'm going to get some boards that only overhang a little bit on this side. I don't want it to go further than the bed down here, but can overhang a little bit more that side, because it's not like I'm going to be putting any pressure on there that'll make it flip. I've been quite good, and I've stored the wood at the back here. I have a few that are the same length, or more or less. I think we need 4. 2, they're exactly the same length. Please cross your fingers. No, that one's broken. Oh, just put it out. There we go. 3. More or less the same length. Not much in it. Too small. Oh gosh. Come on, just one more piece. One more piece. Come on. Okay, they're all more or less the same size. Let's see what they look like. Right, let's see what we're dealing with. Right, I think it's too long. I'm going to cut them down anyway, I think. Right, let me see what sort of size I want to cut them down to. Okay, so. So that much on that side. And that can overhang. I'm going to say it would be safe for it to overhang that much on this side. I'll just do 2 more and see if that's enough. Otherwise, I'll go and get a third one, cut them and bring you back. Right, so what I'm thinking, I don't need another board. So if I do quite wide gaps, there was big gaps in that table anyway, if you remember. But if I do quite wide gaps like that, and then on the underneath, this is going to be the top. So on the underneath, if I screw a board on here on the end, okay, and then another one of the offcuts on the underneath, this is on the underneath there, okay. So 2 screws, 2 screws, 2 screws, just 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 screws. Okay, so that would be underneath there. Sorry, do you get me? Going under there. What do you think? What do you think? And then screw it onto the wooden table. I think so. Right, I think I'm going to have to do that on the floor. But I'm just going to have a drink first. I wish I could brew. You know what? I'm just going to set my things up on here just to do a brew now because I am so thirsty and I want to sit down. But I will do that on the floor. But first of all, let's have a brew before the brew station's even made. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, why couldn't you just wait? But honestly, my back is killing. I need to sit down. And I need my cup of coffee. And I do get a few people asking what this kettle is called. I've said it a couple of times. I'll say it again. I don't mind. It's a Gilly kettle. Gillie. They're also called Kelly kettles. They're just different makes. That's all. Right. Always milk first in the coffee. And with the tea, you put the milk in afterwards. Right. So don't put the milk in when you put your tea bag in if you're doing a tea. That's definitely not the way to make a brew. But yeah, coffee is milk first. I'm going to sit down and enjoy this cup of coffee and then I'll come straight back to you and I'll put these on the floor and then I'll bring you back when it's time to screw that in, those pieces in underneath. What I'm going to do is screw on that one. And then as a spacer, I'm going to use that. Put the next board up to it. And so on and so forth along there. Okay, see how that goes. Just on the second side now, and this is all going very well indeed. Finished. Right, now let's take it to the table. Right, what do you say about that then? I always feel dead chuffed when I made something because, you know, I do craft, but I don't do like woodwork and stuff like that. So it's bodged okay, hasn't it? It's bodged together all right. Let's have a look. Just need to screw it to that table that's underneath. But you see how I've extended it beyond the table there, but hopefully not in the way of all that there. But yeah, look at that. I think that's great. I might even, probably not today, I might even put a back on it and a side like I have on that potting bench. I think I will. I won't do that today though. I will secure it on there though. Right, so I know there's slats for the bench and the metal is there, so I can do it here. Okay, does it need any more? I don't know. What I'll do is, as the weather attacks it and hits it, these boards might sort of twist. If they do, I'll just stick some screws in where it hits the wood and any wooden slats underneath, and I will screw them down onto it, okay? Because the weather can twist them and turn them and whatnot, but it's secure on there for now. That's all I'm going to do with that one today, apart from put the things back on it. So I want my space for my cup and my slate wheel for the cooker itself, for the gilly kettle. One sec. And then we have got another one somewhere. Of course, I put it so far away. That was because it was lit and I was making sure I didn't do my usual trick of like burning myself. That's the sort of thing I would do. I would just put it down and then burn myself on it. Okay. What's heavy? Okay. Right, and then that also leaves plenty of room for my cooker when I need to bring it out. Oops. Right, there you go. For now it'll do, but I think I will put the sides on it just to finish it off. But yeah, look, I like that, looks good. Let's be fair, the watering of everything is the relaxing bit, isn't it? It's like your reward for working hard. Your reward, nice warm weather, water your plants, watch things grow. Yeah, we just need to have something. I've got sweat rolling down my arms, so what we just need to have, I know we're not going to get the sun, but we need to just keep with the warmth and the hot weather, because my sweet corn, look at this, look at the sweet corn. Now, if you remember, the sweet corn were half that size 1 week. Well, to you, it's probably 2 weeks ago, but filming-wise, a week ago, that sweet corn was half the size, honestly. It's really sprouted up because we've had a sunny week. The entire week has been sunny. So, yeah, we just need to continue with the warmth. I know we're not going to get the sun, but the warmth would really, really help, because I think we're about a month behind on everything growing-wise. I really, really do. I think we're at least a month behind. But, you know, you never know. If it stays nice and warm, July, because we're in near the end of June now. As I'm filming this, it's the end of June. Okay, so as it comes to July, August, you never know. we might just get like heat waves and things might just sprout up. But yeah, the watering, it's the reward, isn't it, for our hard work? It's relaxing. We might as well take a quick look at everything that's growing and see how it's doing. Now we've had a week of sunshine. These are quite a lot bigger than when I planted them. They look like they're doing okay. I do need to net them. I know that. I do realise that. Those need to be netted. I've got the net. I'm just waiting for some hoops to come to put the netting on. If it doesn't come by next week, I'll just use bamboo sticks and put netting over. Sweet peas, look at that. I was panicking, but I've nipped them out and they've grown like absolute crazy now. So that was a panic I didn't need to panic about. And I've already shown you the sweet corn, how fabulous they're doing now. Let's have a look down here. Here we go. That sweet pea selection isn't doing too bad either. I mean, obviously I would have preferred it if it was a bit higher by now, but you can't have everything. We're going to look at the potatoes in more detail in a minute. Right, we've got on, sorry, a bit dark. We've got on the fuchsia buds. Look at that. Remember, when I first put it in there, someone said cut it down, cut it back, and I cut it back and look at it now. Look at that, beautiful coloured, yellow coloured leaves with the buds, loads and loads of buds. That is gonna be lovely. So you've seen the purple flowers. We've got some pink ones here as well. Got some yellow ones popping out there. Let's have a look at the sweet peas there. Aren't doing too bad. I think I've nipped them out. I maybe need to try and encourage them to go up the thing. Oh look, there you go. That's exactly what those flowers are for. They're for the bees. Right, so white flowers down there. Let's have a look. There's these, whatever these are, these look like weeds, but I'll allow them to grow because, like I said, I think that's what wildflowers are. There we go, lovely little yellow flower. Another one of those flowers. Quite a few of those there. Got the borage growing. I'm not a fan of borage, I'm not going to lie, but the bees absolutely love it. They do have loads of flowers, and I did pull out tons and tons of those, didn't I? Because that would have just really taken over. Right, is there anything else? Oh, right, so we've got some cornflowers. They're not opened yet, but I love cornflowers. Cornflowers, definitely one of my favourite wildflowers. Look, the comfrey is always in bloom. I've cut it back a couple of times out. We've got two, one there and one there. It grows really quite floppy, so I do have to chop it back. But yeah, there's cornflowers and all sorts of things ready to bloom on there. I don't know what that is. There's just so many. I'm waiting for the poppies. Should be loads, should be a ton of poppies on there. So, yep, that lot's doing okay. Strawberries, well, we've talked about the strawberries before. There's a few red ones in there. There was a few strawberries today. I gave it to the Minded Children. They had about 6, something like that. So something was getting in there and getting the strawberries, wasn't it? Oh, nasturtiums, they are growing fabulously. The pumpkins and the squashes, you know, they might just be okay because their growing season is a lot longer, isn't it? And the beans, in my panic I planted beans and they're doing really well. So if nothing else, beans will grow up there. There, that pumpkin's massive, look, compared to all the others. And nasturtiums are growing fine. I didn't plant these ones out till a little bit later, so they're a bit smaller. But look, even that's growing. And I still haven't looked at the video to see what it is that I'm growing there. I'll have to look and see what that is. Oh, I gave the woman in the plot over there a couple of crates. You know, my wooden crates there, over there. I had a couple of spare in the polytunnel and I gave them to her. And she kindly brought me some 2 fruity cider. There you go. Lucky, lucky. Anyway, what we're looking at is the lavender. I planted that yesterday. So, nothing much going on there. Or last week to you, yesterday to me. There, because now I've took the bench, that might get a bit more sun there because the bench was completely covering it for most of the day. So hopefully that will pick up and start growing more. Those lettuce were really, really dry when I put them in there, so they might survive, they might not. At least they're planted. And there is whatever I've planted there, which I've totally forgot what it is. But even that is growing now, so that's giving me help. I'll give you a quick show of the sunflowers, but I'm so disappointed. That's the best one. That's 5 inches. It's the best one. There's loads of little scraggly things going on. That is my biggest disappointment, I'm not going to lie. My sunflowers last year, I can't even tell you, they were glorious. I will never ever again just put seeds in. I will grow them at home first, definitely. I'm so disappointed in that. The last year they were amazing, and that, oh my God, I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed to say that is my best one so far at the end of June. Shocking. Then we have our herbs. Like that is doing fantastically. Okay, right, I haven't used any yet. Right, I do have something in mind for the rosemary. Right, just give it a couple of weeks. Got something in mind for that. I haven't used any. I just don't use herbs in cooking, I'm sorry. But you know what? It looks nice. It looks great, doesn't it? You know, I do try and palm it off on the kids, but what can you do? They don't want it. But look at my lavender growing in there. Isn't that a beauty? I didn't think it would flower. I didn't think it would be enough room, enough soil and whatnot. But it has. It's flowered beautifully. Those did have beautiful flowers on the chives. They've gone a bit manky now. But yeah, the herbs. I think that's variegated sage. Might have said that last time. But yeah, beautiful. That does look really, really nice. One lonely little cabbage there. Matt might pick up, it might not do. You've seen these, haven't we? Oh, what are those? Have I put sweet pea? Oh, so I thought I put beans in there. I've put snap peas in, haven't I? Snap peas. Oh, right, they must put the rest of the snap peas in there. Don't even know what I'm growing. Right, and those are the mini cucumbers, the gherkin cucumbers. They might make it, they might not. The onions, slightly bigger than last time, but only just. I think if you're a really, really tiny person, you might get a nice onion. And then that, which is the celeriac, I can't imagine that getting much bigger. Peppers, got flowers on. So, I think flowers equals peppers, doesn't it? Don't know, not sure how that works. I've never grown peppers before. We've seen these, we see these all the time because I'm very proud of my snap peas and their flowers. Look at them beautiful flowers. Okay, and then this you've seen, oh God, that's a whopper, look at that. That is an absolute whopper. They're all whoppers. Growing really well. If in doubt and you don't know what to grow radishes. They grow anywhere, honestly. Oh, you wouldn't know, but I ran out of storage on my camera while I was filming that last little bit. So I've had to come back another day, and it's probably, don't know, 4 or 5 days later, something like that. So, but I can't just leave a video there. I needed to do something else. So I'm back, and I'm going to take one of these things here, and I'm going to have a look at the potatoes because they've flowered, they're wilting. I think it's time we had a look at them. And also, I've got a load of bark that's been dropped there. So that's the last of the bark from the bottom. There's no more till the next drop. So I don't know where I'm putting it yet. I'm just leaving it there in a big lump. But here's our little box. It's actually a brick mould. I've got a few of them. But here we go, a brick mould. I think I'll dig around and look at all the poppies. It's only been a few days, but look at all the poppies that have come up. And in fact, while you're here, more yellow flowers, cornflowers. Love, love, love cornflowers, I really do. There's some more opening there. Plots of the barrage, and the one that looks like a purple one. But lots of stuff coming through. Finally. But yeah, this section. Let me just do the look through. That section is looking a little bit better, isn't it? Right. Anyway, this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to dig up some potatoes with you and see what's going on there. They have flowered. These are earlies, and those, I think they're all earlies, I think. So, you know, let's get them up. Let's see what's going on. Now, I would normally dig this up with a fork or a spade, but I was watching Emma's Allotment Diaries, and she said don't do that because you always like stick your fork or your spade into them, and she's so right, you always do. You always skewer one, don't you? There you go. So thank you, Emma, at Emma Allotment Diaries, because that was a tip that I'm going to stick with. Common sense really, but sometimes You don't always think the common sense things, do you? Right, come on, there must be more. Ooh, I'm digging up a poppy. Like I say, that's the only thing, unfortunately. Some of the poppies will have to be sacrificed. But I did tell you I'd bring you with me when I was next harvesting, because I did a little sample harvest when you weren't here. I think for today that is a nice little selection. And you know what? Ooh, what's that one? Oh, that one's split. We'll have a closer look at that one. But you know what? I've only pulled up a couple of little bits here, and what we've got there, a lovely big, well, a little box of potatoes. I'm not going to go hungry tonight, am I? Thank you so much for watching. I'm so glad that I was able to just finish this video with a little bit of potato pulling, and it's worked out nicely. If you want to see what I do with these potatoes, tune in next week, because I will show you what I do with these potatoes here at the allotment. Please press the like and please subscribe, because subscribes make me so happy. Every time I see the subscribe count go up, I really, really appreciate it. Honestly, I do. And the comments, I love your comments. I say it all the time. I do try and answer all of them, and I think I succeed. The odd one might slip through, but I do basically try and answer all your comments. And thank you for all your advice. Some of it sinks in, some of it doesn't, and some of it I save for next year. Okay, so I will see you next week, where you will see what I do with these potatoes.